explicit content on there, how to so to say. Yeah, no, CoinGecko is strict, man. It's much more strict than CMC.
All right, man. Well, we live. Let's get into it. I'm about to share some links. Salute to the community, to everybody that's showing up. Master Elmo, man, feel free to introduce yourself, and if you want to give yourself an introduction, that's fine with me.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Master Elmo. I am kind of the one of the founders of Elmo, and mostly the spokesman. The other guys, they don't like to talk a lot, I guess, but I also don't. But somebody has to, right? And I am here in crypto for about 3 years now. And I've been into meme coins mainly, simply because I think meme coins are the most fun, right? And it's also those tokens are the ones that you can do those 100x, 1000x with, right? And not with BTC or Ethereum. And that's why I'm more into meme coins, because I like the risk in it, but I also like the fact that you can get a lot of return on investment on it if you do it well. And the reason why we started Elmo ERC was actually meme season, and we were like, we need to do something different, right? And from these guys like Pepe, Milade, whatever token there was, Monk, Ben, whatever. So we were thinking those tokens, they are missing one thing. They are missing deflationary value, and that's what we kind of introduced with Elmo, where we are taxing basically every sell transaction, and that goes directly to the debt wallet, actually the 000 wallet. And why did we choose for the 000 wallet? Because that's actually the only way to really destroy a token on the chain. Because if you send it to the debt wallet, it's actually just locked. It's not really destroyed. And using the 000 wallet kind of actively decreases the supply, right? So one day you look at either scan, and it's, let's say right now it's 369 million, and the other day you would look at either scan and it's 368 million, right? It's constantly decreasing. So when you hold a bag of Elmo, you basically see it increasing in value, if it's about the percentage you hold, but also in the price you will see that also reflected over time. Because like today I was, for example, doing for fun a calculation, what would happen if everybody would sell right now, like literally everybody, right? And what I figured out is that the price would go to 0014, while we started with three zeros, and it cannot go lower than two zeros now. Yeah, practically. So that's kind of the idea behind Elmo. It's to use a deflationary mechanism and nature to strengthen the future liquidity and also the price.
Okay, okay.
And that's kind of Elmo.
To actually piggyback on that, because I forgot what video I was watching, but that was the first time that I've ever heard of the 000 wallet. A lot of people were under the impression that, well, if there's a dead wallet, that means that it's never going to be in circulation again, and you kind of like debunked that with the whole 000 wallet. Is this actually the first official cryptocurrency project to do that?
No. Some other projects do it as well.
Okay.
I am not sure why developers they tend to choose the debt wallet. It might be easier maybe to integrate inside the contract or something like that. But the point with the debt wallet is, the debt wallet actually has a seed phrase connected to it. So if anybody ever would figure out the seed phrase of a debt wallet, well, then you can say goodbye to all the projects that use the debt wallet, right? And then I'm talking about Ship, then I'm talking about Flocky Inu, I'm talking about a lot of big projects. I'm not saying that will happen right now, but computers become smarter. Artificial intelligence, grows really rapidly right now, and who knows? Maybe in 10 years there will be a way to figure out the seed trace to the debt wallet, and then the projects that use the debt wallet, well, pity, they're gone.
Right, right, right. So
A lot of people don't know that, but it's basically a wallet. It's like any wallet you make in MetaMask. It's just that the seed trace kind of has been destroyed, right? Nobody really has it, so it was like destroyed on creation. But like I'm saying, computers will be able in the future to, get to those seed phrases.
yeah, yeah, you got to be careful with security all throughout cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
I got another question because it was on my mind, man, when I was actually coming up with things that I wanted to ask you. Is there a cap on the burns? Like, is there a cap to where it's like y'all got to stop burning because y'all burning too many tokens?
Nah, man.
So I mean, it could just go. Y'all can burn the whole supply, and you know what I'm saying. You good. You still good.
I mean, we have 18 decimals, so we could go all the way to 18 decimals, But I don't think it's a matter of months that we go to 100 million. It's gonna take probably over a year, maybe a
Okay.
couple of years even.
I,
But
I
even that.
I know, man. Like y'all went from 500 million to 391 quick. Like I've been paying attention
No,
to.
actually, we're at 360,
Look,
369 now, I think.
look, it's happening so fast, man, before my eyes. That's one of
Yeah.
the, like I said, one of the reasons why I'm so drawn to the project because it's hyper deflationary, and I feel like I know a lot of people are in crypto for various reasons, but let's be real, we are here for the bag, and we want to see that price appreciation. We want to see those gains, man, and I think projects like Elmo, who actually care about the community, willing to burn their own money, I think that's something that's very noble in the cryptocurrency space.
Yeah, it's like, you have a lot of big projects going on, right? Especially in the meme season, but actually pinpointing people to it, it's pretty much impossible, right? And you never know what actually can happen in the long run with those projects. However, with Elmo, you kind of have a little bit more of a security that the price wouldn't ever drop as much as, for example, 2 or 3 weeks ago, because it's technically not possible. Only if crypto would basically die, right? But that's not something we're worried about. It's like I said, we started with 3 zeros, and if everybody would sell now, we couldn't go to 3 zeros anymore, right? We would max go to 2 zeros, and that's because of that burn mechanism which we have.
Are you concerned, going into the next, what we would call bull cycle or, bull run? Are you concerned that meme coins may not get that same look this bull run, or do you think like meme coins are still going to be, they're still here to stay? It's not going to be a per se a utility bull run.
Well, I mean, Elmo is a meme coin, but we do connect a lot of utility to it. So it's not like this that we're just a pure meme coin like Pepe that actually is Pepe, right?
Right.
It's a meme coin. All the meme season tokens from the past months, they most of them they don't have any utility, right? Elmo it's a bit different though. We want to connect it with utility, so there's actually some more value to the token as well, right? Like right now we have staking, we have NFTs, we've got NFT staking coming next week. We got staking V2 coming also probably in the next couple of weeks. Then we're gonna also implement our burn portal. We are also already trying to create a group of people now who are going to start working on our Unreal Engine first-person shooter. So it's not just a meme coin, right? We also want to give a little bit of usability, utility with it, and also it's about the fact that we want to go more onto the real life use of it as well. And actually, we're trying to work on that. We're working on a partnership right now. Um, to have Elmo on a platform where you can actually use it for payments, and that's also Elmo, right?
Right.
It's not that we're just gonna stay here as a meme coin. So, I mean, I think the meme coins will run overall in the bull run. I think it's just gonna be first the big boys, and later the big boys are going to be flipped into the altcoins and the meme coins, right? So we might have to be a little bit more patient, but I'm pretty sure that it will because people know that that's where the money is to be made.
Right, man. I seen some of my biggest gains with meme coins. Meme coins is what actually brought me into the space. But the more and more, I kind of like spread my wings in the space, you start learning about utility and real world use case. I know a lot of people in my previous videos, they've been asking questions. I'm over here looking at the wallets. I'm seeing one wallet that does hold 12%. Is that a wallet that's per se being used for the Elmo, or is that just a regular holder?
Let me see. I need to open up. Let me open it up.
Take your time. Take your time.
12%.
It's the
Yeah, that's our multi-sig contract. So
Okay.
those tokens are basically going to be used for such things as staking, NFT staking, and so on. So that wallet will decrease quickly in the next couple of months or weeks,
Okay.
and it might actually be, after a while, I wouldn't say empty, but it will probably be, not anymore those very big holders for sure.
But you don't
We
see.
have some big holders, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I see that. I see that too. But you don't see that wallet like ultimately affecting the price. Too bad.
That big one?
Yeah.
No.
As you start to, because people don't realize that marketing and investing into your project is like part of the business. I mean, traditional finance businesses do it all the time, but in crypto, it's kind of like frowned on when you use certain wallets to reinvest into your project. I think it's something that needs to happen as more people ask for these utilities and ask for these use cases. I mean, you have to be able to fund your project. You don't want to, because I've
Exactly.
seen so many projects absolutely do nothing and then the hype dies.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And that's what's going to happen with most of the meme tokens that were created in the past months. Not talking about those that are already rug pulled, right?
Right, man. Right.
Because I've been rug pulled a couple of times in the last weeks, man. It's it's everyday business, so
So you're you're
it's
you're
crazy, man.
you're an avid cryptocurrency buyer.
Well, I like to sometimes when I see something which potentially might, do a decent pump, I like to just, I'm not investing a lot,
Okay.
because I don't have a lot if it's about Ethereum and also on. I'm just holding on to my bag, right? I didn't sell any of my Elmo anywhere. And most of the team didn't. I know some team members they did, but they were like the initial liquidity provider, so they kind of took out what they gave us, right? So we were like, okay, whatever. That was in the early stage, so it's not something I'm worried about. But I do sometimes invest small amounts, but they go down 70, 80% the next day, and I'm like, what the fuck? What did I just buy, right?
It seems like
And
you're a super DJ there, Master Elmo. It seems like you're a super DJ, man. What you over there buying?
yeah, well, I'm not gonna tell you what, man, because they might just start pumping suddenly.
Right.
No, it's just like some unknown projects which I think look decent, but then unfortunately, they are full of empty words, and I think that's also what kind of stands out in Elmo, because we really follow strictly our roadmap, right? And you can also see that on our website that every single piece of the roadmap is being followed. We're not saying things we're not doing. We are really doing those things, and I think that's also important to our community and our investors that we actually prove that we follow what we're saying we're gonna do, right? Otherwise, it's kind of like, I mean, everybody could give empty promises, and be big and this and that, but we don't like to do that. That's maybe why also our roadmap is not as massive as some projects, because we just like to only add those things which actually we know in the shorter term we can achieve, right?
Right.
I mean, we're not going to say that we're going to build a blockchain, for example, in phase 4 if we're not sure we're going to do that, right? I mean, that's just spreading empty words, and maybe it works for a short-term pump, but in the long run your project will die if you're going to promise things to people which you're not actually going to do.
That's true. That's true, man. I guess what I wanted to ask is like, how did y'all come up with that idea to like every time somebody sells, y'all burn those tokens? It seems like a genius idea, and it's something I can see bringing a lot of hype to this specific project.
Yeah, it's funny because on our community on Telegram, we have actually a bot which automatically sends out like the burn notification. So whenever somebody sells, you basically see a little notification coming in on the Telegram that this amount has been burned, right? And people cheer it, when people sell. It's like the opposite world in Elmo. People, they are like, oh yeah, I hope they will sell more, burn more, and they're not worried about a little dip or not a little dip, because they understand that in the long run, and if we keep working as we're doing now, they know that this will eventually get to that dollar. And I'm thinking in that, in even in the short term, it's possible if a bull run would start, let's say in the next couple of months, right? I think it's not impossible.
Right. When I do my research on this project, that's one of the goals that I see this project hitting, which is $1. When you look at the max supply of some of the biggest cryptocurrencies with the same or similar max supply, man, we've seen these tokens hit $3, $5, and in some cases $10. So if this thing really pops off and we see that type of hype, coming to the cryptocurrency project, I don't think $1 is unrealistic for this specific project. I think it's a good goal.
Yeah, definitely, especially because we will not neglect the project. We will keep going, and we will not give up, right? And it's also like this, that whenever we see a dip or anything, we're not worried about that, because we know that in the long run those dips which you experience, they really don't matter, right? It really doesn't matter if now we're going down 60 or 70%, because we know that we will continue working on it anyway, and we are also confident that if we do, it will over time raise in its value, right? And that's kind of the point, that we are. I personally am looking at the price, but then on the other hand, I'm not really looking at the price in a way that I'm worried or not, right? I just know that this is a long-term commitment, and I think that also our people in the community, they mostly see that. And yeah, long term, $1, I think the $1 is not even the max. I think you can go higher than that, especially when you go onto those bigger exchanges and they would support that burn, right? Then you can see really magic things happen there.
Yeah, I'm noticing on here on the roadmap that you guys have that in like part of the goals, which is to kill zeros. And I know that's huge with meme coins because communities rally around the ability to kill a zero. Like people want to be part of that greatness. So it's good to see that y'all added that aspect to the roadmap. It seems to see, that you guys are working on phase 2 here.
Yep.
Can you tell me more about y'all, you guys in the NFT space? I'm noticing the Elmo NFTs. They're hot right now. What are y'all plans for the NFT part of the portion of the project?
Yeah, right. So the NFTs is not just a picture, right? I mean, they look good, but the NFTs are actually going to be a long-term kind of benefit to have that NFT, because we're going to do NFT staking, like I said, next week, and basically you'll get free Elmo for it in return. The NFTs are not very cheap. They're like 0.3 ETH, but you will get back, like I said, NFT staking. Soon later, we will do staking V2. And if you hold an NFT, you will get an NFT, you will get a staking boost, right? So you'll get like a 3% extra APY when holding an NFT. On top of that, we will also in the future have a burn portal where people holding an NFT will be able to sell their tokens with 0% tax directly to the debt wallet. So they don't pay tax. So they also save again money on that, right? On top of that, we are slowly working towards developing a game in Unreal Engine, a first-person shooter, like a kick-ass game, right?
Okay.
In our own style. And also the NFT holders there will have their benefits, right? They will have, for example, free access, they will have additional perks in the game, and so on and so on. So the NFTs is kind of, they are not the cheapest, and that we did that on purpose because we know that over time whoever buys those NFTs will get back the value for it. Until now we've sold, I think, over 270 out of 1,000. Well, actually 80 of them we kind of minted for free because the first launch didn't go really as planned. But we actually sold 190 of them organically, and
Okay.
we are using those funds mainly for marketing. Not so much we've used it yet, but we've used it mainly for listings on exchanges. But we also used a part of it to do some buybacks and burns, and also we will be using it for the burn portal
Okay. That's what's up.
to be able to fund it
I always was wondering, like, how the NFTs correlated with the project. I seen on the website that you can actually mint your NFT.
on our website. Yeah,
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's a utility in its own right.
that's it. Yeah, we build it on our own as well. It's not like this that we had to pay anyone to do it.
Speaking of
That's
paying,
kind of.
so not to cut you off, but go ahead. What you was about to say?
Oh no, I'm just saying that we have our own in-house dev, so he created that, and
That's what's up.
and we are going to be able to do that with many things, such as the burn portal as well, and the staking V2 as well. We don't have to pay any developer to do it, which allows us to always build, even in a bear market when there is no budget, right? We can always continue building great stuff.
Yeah, and I see it's actually, being responded as far as the community. I was looking at the Twitter and seeing somebody drop 12 wrapped ETH, man, a $22,000 buy. That's insane for a small
Yeah, they
small cap
come they
meme
come
coin,
in
man.
from time to time.
That is
Yeah, they
crazy,
come
man.
in.
That is what's up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you were there with the launch day. The launch day was crazy, man. It was insane.
Yeah, I've been following. Like I said, I've been following the token for a while. What really put it on my radar is I was doing something with Elon, and I kept seeing Elon's nickname being Elmo, and I was like, I wonder if that's a nice twist. At the time, y'all had not mentioned anything about it, and then I seen like y'all started playing off the narrative on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, these guys pretty much they know
Yeah,
what to do.
but the funny thing is that we didn't know that when we launched.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
didn't know it was connected with him. We were just reading throughout, like Twitter and all that stuff, and suddenly one of our team members he saw, hey, what the fuck, Elmo Musk. We didn't even know that, right? It's just a coincidence, but yeah, that's a cool thing. You never know. He might just tweet out Elmo, right,
facts.
or whatever. He actually did in the past already once, so maybe it comes back in. Like I think he did Psyop yesterday, and that started pumping like crazy.
That's
Uh,
insane that
I'm
he actually spoke on. I mean, tweeted like something similar to Cyp. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean the guy doesn't do it in purpose. That's the point.
You
The
well,
same with
you
Flocky.
think it's calculated?
Oh, I know. It's. I don't believe that the guy actually supports meme tokens so much. I actually just think that meme, like you say, right? They build it around him, and they know he's gonna tweet about it at a certain point, right? I
Right.
mean, Pepe means he's been dropping before Pepe, right? He's also been dropping Flocky stuff before Flocky because his name is called Flocky. So it's all kind of people connect their projects to it. We didn't do that with Elmo on purpose. Like we didn't really think about that, but there is a connection. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm seeing. I'm seeing. I'm definitely seeing the potential here, with this project. But my question is, do you guys look at yourselves like a long term project? I'm talking like 5 to 7 years. Do you see yourself
Yeah.
making
Sure.
a, you know what I'm saying, making a name in the cryptocurrency space?
Yes. Sure. Sure.
Because
Sure.
I know a
Yeah.
lot of times most of these meme coins you hear the saying all the time, they're here for a short time and a good time but not a long time. But with these projects, in the whole hyper deflationary aspect to it, I think it gives people, it makes people want to hold the token. In my opinion, it makes
Exactly.
people want to hold the token because now you got a aspect per se utility that kind of compensates me for being a holder. I feel compensated for having diamond hands, and I think that really makes sense, especially with a meme coin and a rising community like Elmo ERC.
Right. That's exactly the point behind it, right? You like you see your bag growing. Maybe not necessarily the price, but you have to look at it a little bit in the longer run. I mean, some people they come in the chat and they ask us why we're not going up when BTC is going up and all that stuff. People need to understand that this kind of token, with actually the budget we had at start, it needs some time. It needs some time as well from some people to be recognized, especially with so much concurrence going on right now in the meme space, right? I mean, there is so many big tokens that were released at the same time, and people for some reason still turn to those. Maybe it's because of the quick gains or something. I don't know. But if you're a long-term investor, if I would look at it like from the outside, then I would choose Elmo simply because, like you're saying, I like to buy something and hold it and not be busy trading off one to another and following the charts and what so on. I'm a person that likes to invest and just hold it, and just leave it and whatever. I'll check it again in 3 months or 6 months or a year or something like that. And I think that's how we should see Elmo.
Okay. And I agree. It's just so hard in today's time in crypto with meme coins. They swing so fiercely. Like, of course, the blue chip meme coins don't have as much volatility, but in my experience in cryptocurrency, the small caps, they have huge, like, violent swings. So you know what I mean. I like the fact that you're like, okay, I want to, compensate people for being diamond hands for holding the project. Now, I don't hold
Exactly.
punches, Elmo, when I do Master Elmo when I do these AMAs. You know what I'm saying? I try to ask questions that the community would ask, and I'm going to open the floor to everybody in the community. You feel me? For people to ask questions, but as I noticed you guys got a lot of liquidity, especially compared to something like Pepe with such a small market cap. Was that something that was did y'all come up or was that just naturally happen?
I mean, we had a we have a very well-known investor in our community called Daba, and that guy he bought in shit tons on launch day, like 110 Ethereum he bought on launch day, and he actually still holds most of it,
Okay.
right? So he kind of gave the liquidity pool a major boost with that 110 Ethereum. But it's also another thing which you need to consider. You looking at our tokenomics of the burn, that liquidity always kind of is ever improving, because whenever somebody buys 1,000, he cannot sell 1,000, right? He
Mm.
can sell 900. So a part of that Ethereum always kind of stays in that pool, and that's why I was saying, like, if everybody would sell today, we could not even go close to the launch price simply because of that burn. So the burn is not only about the value in price, it's not only about a decrease of supply, but it's also about improvement of the liquidity pool, right? It's everything in once, kind of.
So let's say if I was new to cryptocurrency and I heard an influence like Millie talking about Elmo ERC, and I looked at the
Yeah,
liquidity
man.
here on Dex twos, and I seen that it says 96.25% of it is locked for only 11 months. Is that something that I should be concerned about?
Only 11 months. I mean, in the meme space, 11 months is a lot,
Well,
man.
that's true, but there you got the ones that be like 99 plus years,
Yeah, I mean,
contract renounced.
yeah,
You
but
get
that's
it? You get it?
bullshit,
You get it? You
Yeah,
get
but
it?
that's bullshit.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, in the end, it's like this that if a project wants to rug pull, they can rug pull even with a locked liquidity, right? I
That's
mean,
I've
you
seen it.
see
I've
so
seen it.
many.
I've seen it.
Yeah, locking liquidity is an additional measure because we are not able to pull it out right now.
Right.
We will extend it probably before the end of it, right? We will not have people worry about liquidity because we don't have any need of pulling that liquidity, and we will not pull that liquidity. I mean, over time, when you're going to go on those big boys like KuCoin, Binance, and so on, they will slowly start to provide the liquidity on DEX because they want to protect also their investors, right, on their exchanges. So that's what Binance kind of does. Also with Pepe, they added shit tons of liquidity on DEX simply because they cannot permit a token to rug pull and while being listed on Binance. And Pepe, it was never locked, ever. It was always kind of there, like ready to be pulled out, and nobody cared. People invested anyway, like they knew it was a risk, but whatever, Pepe is cool, so let's do it, invest, and they won, right,
Right.
taking the risk. But if you go into bigger exchanges, you'll see that those bigger exchanges will start to support the liquidity. Like I'm saying, they cannot permit to list a token that will rug pull. Like, and I'm talking about the tier ones, because what are they going to say to their investors, which are you investing in the token on their platform, right?
Facts. It's funny you said that because I was on a live stream earlier and I was debating with somebody who was comparing crypto.com app to MEXC. And I'm like, you'll never see crypto.com app list some of the tokens that we see MEXC list. And that's not a knock to MEXC, but it's just like
No, for
tier
sure
one
not.
exchanges hold themselves at a higher standard and they're not willing to put their reputation on the line, for a meme coin. So again, it's good to see that you guys are kind of like finding your way around the space. I've seen a few listings. I think did y'all do something with Vote Inu?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
No,
see.
we didn't list with Voltino. We used their Volti change
Okay,
amped widget on our website,
right, right.
but we actually decided to remove it because that widget only supports burn to the DAT wallet and not to the null wallet. So we
Okay,
removed it because we don't want to use the DAT wallet.
I got you. I got you. Okay, so I did see that tweet. So I thought it was a different project. Maybe
Yeah.
I did
No,
see
we
that.
removed it actually.
Okay,
We removed
okay,
it.
that's good to know. I learned something new just now. Have you guys considered like I seen a lot of the newer meme coins going over to the baby Doge swap farming. Have you heard of that or considered that?
Nah, man.
The baby Doge swap, not something y'all interested in getting listed on.
No, man, not at
I
all.
see you
I
got your
mean,
eyes set on some bigger prizes, man. I like that.
no, but I mean, in the Ethereum space, Uniswap is the place to be, right? I mean,
Right.
you could add as well liquidity to Sushi Swap or something like that, but I mean, 95% of the volume on Ethereum is going through Uniswap, right? So you have to ask yourself the question: is it worth it to invest so much money to go into another DEX? You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just, yeah, it's not worth it in my opinion. If it's routed through Uniswap, right? You have some DEXs where it's routed through Uniswap, so you don't have to actually provide more liquidity. Yeah, then maybe it's worth it. Like we have this widget on our website from Flustrade, and it's actually kind of like a DEX tool which you can use on your website, and it routes through Uniswap, right? So we don't have to actually pay anything extra for it. Because if you want to list on another DEX, you're gonna have to have shit tons of liquidity, especially looking at our liquidity pool.
Right. So what has been your experiences with exchanges? Like is it everything you expected it to be or is it like, man, this is crazy?
Um, Well, so far I can only speak of two exchanges, like because we know kind of because those exchanges support our burn in a way that they charge themselves and they give us the USDT so we can do buybacks and burns. I can only speak so far for Bitmart and CoinW because there we see how much we've received. By far, Bitmart has been the best
Okay.
exchange we've listed on. The organic volume there is the highest. Um, CoinW, the organic volume is very disappointing. Like we listed there almost, I think, already a month ago, and we received like $600, you know, for a month of listing in 10% tax on sales. So that means that the sell volume in a whole month was just $6,000, which is like for an exchange, it's really low. If it's about L Bank, we still have to see because we're going to receive those in the beginning of July,
Okay,
and the
I was just
same
about to
goes
ask
for
about LBank.
Bitforex.
Cool, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, because the cool thing about Bitmart actually is that every single day we receive the redistribution of all the cells, so that's pretty cool on Bitmart as well. You get like an update every day. With L Bank, however, we have to wait until the beginning of every month because they do the calculation once a month, right? If this calculation is going to be exactly and honest and fair, well, I'm not going to know that anyway. I just hope that they are fair, and we will see what it brings. But I'm pretty sure that the volume, the organic volume on Bitmart has been the best so far, and it's going to be probably the best.
Okay, that's good. I would love to see you guys, work towards those higher tier exchanges. I see.
Well, we are working on one.
Okay. Are you dropping a nugget here? What's going on?
Yeah, it's kind of what I said, that maybe we're gonna do a little like sneak peek of what we're doing. Actually,
All
we
right.
we are working on listing, and I think some people might not like it because of the name and because of the way we have to do it. But after this last couple of weeks, we figured out clearly that getting to a tier one exchange is gonna need a little bit more firepower from our side,
Okay.
and that means more tier two, more volume, more holders, more activity in general. So listing on a tier two right now might be possible, right? But I mean, we would have to pay the full price for it as well. Like KuCoin would be between 300 and 400K.
Mm.
That's a lot of money.
I always wondered the politics, getting listed on these exchanges, because sometimes you get these meme coins that pop up out of nowhere, like, and then you see them listed on over 17 different exchanges. It'd be like, what, and then there's micro caps with utilities that don't even get looked at by exchanges. So I always
Yeah,
wondered the
because
politics.
exchanges, they look at volume.
Okay, okay. So volume is like
They
the
look at volume.
yeah,
That's what they all care about.
yeah, yeah. That's what's up, man.
I don't hear you for whatever reason.
You
You
can't.
still hear me?
Yeah, yeah. You can't hear me.
Wait, hang on.
Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Hello, hello, hello. Chat, can you hear me, chat? Chat, can you hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. He said, yeah. All right, let's see where my boy went at. Oh, yeah, some technical difficulties. Alrighty. Show on stream, cool. Chat, can you hear me? Let me know, let me know, let me know, chat. Let me know. Looks like Elmo ERC dropped out. What the? Alright, cool, 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 cool. What happened to my guy Elmo? Where did he go at?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can, man.
Alright, yeah, yeah, you kind of dropped out there. Chat, can you hear us? Chat, can you hear?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right, just making sure that the chat saying we can hear us. All right, so where was we, man? We was talking about these exchanges. Yeah,
Yeah, about one we're working on, and we're potentially going to actually, bite through and going to list there. And we're talking about maxi, and a lot of people, they might say like, maxi, they dump on tokens, don't do it, they'll fuck you over, blah blah blah, right? Yeah, they did that on some tokens, but the difference is that those tokens, they don't charge tax. And since we are renounced, we're not going to be whitelisting maxi. So if they do dump on us, they're going to burn shit tons, right? um,
that's what's
and the
up.
point is, why would we list on maxi is because they have proven to have a strong track record of organic, big, massive volume. Not like the ones we are listed on, but like, really big volume. Because maxi, I mean, maybe if you look at the ranking, CMC, it might not be the biggest one, right?
Right.
But if, in fact, in volume and organic volume, they are big. Um, One thing we are still considering, because they will not allow us to have the same kind of tax as we have on the other exchanges. They will not allow us to have a sell tax. However, what they will do is they will do a deposit and a withdrawal tax, which in fact works kind of the same, right? Because the only Elmo which will be on the exchange once we launch will be our Elmo. So if anybody else wants to go on there to trade, they'll have to deposit their Elmo or withdraw if they want to go from CEX to DEX to use our utility. So that's when the tax will be taken, basically. And that's something we are thinking about, we are considering, because in fact it's pretty much the same. And I think that Maxi is a great opportunity for us to make that next step towards, for example, Gate.io or KuCoin or something bigger, right? And I think that we need Maxi for that.
Yeah, when I look at some of the charts on Dex tools, that's one of the things I would like to see increase. I want, would like to see a little bit more volume, more holder count. So you guys
Yeah.
are going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? And that's the
Yeah.
best way to actually get that volume. It's kind of like, get listed on those exchanges, which gives you guys more awareness. But
Well, we are actually kind of in contact with some tier ones, and we kind of have, in a way, not an agreement, but we kind of have an understanding, right, that what needs to be done, because we kind of know that there is some tier ones that are quite interested in Elmo because of the way it works, especially after Terra Classic, right? People, they like that shit,
yeah, yeah,
they like it, they want to have that, and they know that if they would list us, they will get that volume on there and they will get people trading it, right? And that's what they want. They want money, they want to earn some bank
that's
from
what they
us.
want.
And they know that they will, but they just simply say to us, you need to get some more volume, right? And what's the easiest way to get more volume is to list on another exchange, right?
Right,
That's kind of it. You need to list on another exchange because DEX, we don't use math bots or anything like that, so we cannot, and we have this tax and we don't have any whitelist function because we renounced the contract, so we cannot just create a $5 million volume like Pepe does whenever they like. So we need to do it through exchange listings, and eventually, I mean, the last 4 exchange listings didn't do so much to the price, but they did provide a lot of USDT to burn Elmo, right?
right.
So I think that that Maxi would be a great step for us. We just need to figure out the text a little bit how we're going to do that. But I think that if people, they will see the power of Maxi and the volume on there, they would probably, if they want to sell, they probably would rather send it to Maxi to sell it there for a desired price, spot price, than to sell it on DEX, right? Which is better for the project because on an exchange you sell to the people and not to the liquidity pool, kinda, right? Um,
Okay.
and yeah, if they do that, they want to deposit that to Maxi anyway. They'll pay that tax, so that goes to burn, right? It's not like that when we list on Maxi, we're not going to have any burn from it. We're going to have shit tons of burn because of deposits and withdrawals there.
True, man. And again, like people, they try to shit on Burns, man, but Burns bring a lot of hype, man. I've seen some crazy pumps from tokens because of specifically the burn narrative. So I'm all here for it. Like I said, I love hyper deflationary tokens. Do you guys in the future see yourself doing any type of bridges, or are you just staying on Ethereum?
Yeah, we did consider it,
Consider the
but
Binance folks, man. I think it would go crazy on Binance. I know a lot of people, you got a 50-50 crowd, but like,
You mean on Binance Smart Chain?
yes, I think because of the fees, man, you know what I mean? And I'll say this, I always say Ethereum is the Hollywood and Binance is the hood, but at the end of the day, it's like, we know Ethereum gives people it's less Jeeps, you feel me? People hold longer because they don't want to pay those fees. But Binance, it would go crazy. This type of token, this type of, what I'm saying, will go crazy on that chain.
Yeah, but we have to keep the name Elmo ERC.
Oh, then what they would make you change it? You can't have like multiple
Yeah,
bridges?
no, you can. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
but I mean, we will be on BSC with the name Elmo ERC. That's my point, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because we want to have
I didn't think of
in
that.
that way.
Good. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but I think people, they don't give a shit, right?
Right,
So
right.
it's just a name.
They
I
just
mean, it's
they just don't want to pay the fees, man.
yeah, probably. I mean, Binance Smart Chain is pretty good, but I have some experience in other projects, and Ethereum is really much. It is different
It
though.
is. It is. It is.
In Ethereum, you really have I mean, the volume, the organic volume in Ethereum is much better in general than on BSC.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
agree.
Baby Doge was an exception, I think, in a way, and some other projects as well. But that's not because of BSC. That's mainly because of the exchange listings and so on, right? That
Facts,
they went
facts,
so
facts.
high, and not because of BSC. Because I think BSC is nice, but there you on BSC you'll see a lot of those tiny buys, right, which don't
Yeah,
really move
yeah.
the chart. And
That's what I
on
was saying.
Ethereum, yeah, but on
Whales
Ethereum
move
you
different on Ethereum, bro.
exactly,
I'm with
man.
you.
They
I'm
go
with you.
all in, They go all in.
And they hold longer.
Yeah, but we were considering something like that, either BSC or Polygon, but it's not really something important for now. I mean, I think that people, if they really want to buy the token, they either can do it on any of the exchanges or they can do it, on Uniswap, right?
Right, right.
Um, but yeah, there was an idea. Actually, I had an idea, and I actually shared it with our developer. But we had kind of said we won't do that now. But like, imagine you go to BSC or to Polygon, right? And instead of having a 10% burn tax there, you would have a 10% kind of marketing tax, which we would use to pump the price on Ethereum and burn all of it. You get the point?
No, no, no. One more time for me. I'm trying to
Right.
digest
So
it
we
in.
were thinking about if we would ever bridge to not have a burn tax on the other chain,
Yeah.
but to actually have kind of like a investment slash marketing tax, like those projects have, so they kind of gain funds, right? And then we would use those funds to buy back on Ethereum, pump the price there, and burn on Ethereum, and then on the other chain manually burn the same amount to keep those levels to keep those in level,
Yeah.
right? And it will result in both chains kind of going up in price. That
Yeah.
was kind of an idea we had,
I,
but
yeah, I think having liquidity on multiple chains, I think that's a good thing. You feel me? I really do.
yeah, but it's expensive as well,
It is expensive, and it's greater chances of things getting hacked. It's been hacked with these bridges and stuff like that. So I get it, but it really gives you your project that foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they're on multiple chains. That's my opinion. Everybody got their own opinion.
Yeah, no, it's true. I agree with you, but it's still early, We're here
Yeah,
for 1.5 months.
yeah.
People forget that,
Man, crypto moves so fast, man. I tell people all the time, like crypto people got the attention span of a squirrel, man. It's like no delayed gratification in crypto. It needs to happen now, now, now. And yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are new, man. So work it out. It's no rush. You feel me? I see you guys got a
Oh, but
game,
I do agree,
game and
man. If you
everything.
wanna if you wanna build a long-term project, you have to bridge to other chains in
Yeah.
the end. Especially if you want to connect usability and utility and all that stuff to it, you want to create one kind of, in a way, ecosystem. Then yeah, you have to bridge it. But bridging is not that easy. It's not about the security, like you say, but it's more about maintaining that level in price and
Mm-hmm.
maintaining that burn. And also, you need to pay shit tons of money to market makers, to also be able to keep the price in line, because that's kind of the risk of bridging, that you have one, a chain where the price is much lower than on the other. And in Elmo, you don't just do the arbitrage because of the burn tax. You cannot just sell here and go quickly there and buy there and have much of a profit, because we have the burn tax. So that's something that costs a lot for us, because we need to actually pay for it to kind of stay in line in the price.
Right, right, right.
But
So
maybe CZ will pay for it one day.
CZ, man. What I'm saying? Big whale out here, man. But just to
Yeah.
switch the lanes a little bit, I got a question, man. So you can
Yeah.
feel free to answer it, or you can be like, oh, it's a prediction. So next half cycle, bull cycle, where do you see Elmo's price?
We're at 0.14 now, right?
Yeah.
Let me think. I'm just gonna calculate it quickly.
Do your thing.
I think we could go to 50 cents.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Okay.
but that's like the
That's like a little
first. That's
50x
like the
right there.
first pump. Yeah, but that's like the first pump. Because throughout going to that 50 cents, shit tons is going to be burned, right? So again, the liquidity is going to be stronger and the price won't be able to drop as much. So it's kind of going to be like you see now in the chart. It's just kind of this build-up, you're making. And in the bull run, when the volume will be insane from both sides, so buy and sell, the burn will be insane, you know. So we will go to 50 cents, and it will be much easier for us to stay somewhere in that higher level than for other projects. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the tokens aren't there anymore, man.
And yeah, that's the thing that blows my mind about it, man. I know to you guys is like, we've been burning at a slow rate, but to me, compared to other projects, this is fast as hell, man. Like to be at 360, last time I looked at it, it was 391. That's fast to me.
Yeah, it is pretty fast.
Compared
It
to
is
other
pretty
tokens,
fast.
man. Like even compared to tokens that do burn, y'all burns are a lot more faster. I discovered a
Let me
token.
see how much we burned in the last 24 hours,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
example, right?
Give
Just to
give
get
give give an example.
get
Give
an
us an
idea.
example.
Yeah, we have a bot on RTG where it every day sends us how much we burned in the last 24 hours. In the last 24 hours, we burned 350,000 tokens. So let me just calculate that for you into monies. CMC, yes. So in the last 24 hours, well, why is this in a different currency, guys? Hang on, I need to change that to dollars. All right, so in the last, we did 350. Oh, so basically, in the last 24 hours, $5,000 worth of Elmo is burned, you know, and 350 is not even that much. We see days where we burn over 500K, you know, so yeah, it's burning a lot sometimes, and that's why we cheer the cells, you know, because people are burning, right?
Yeah,
I mean, the burn is going much slower now than it used to in the beginning, but it's still going pretty damn fast. And if you take an average of 200K tokens a day, even, right, even burning 1 million, 1.5 million a week, I mean, that's a lot of burn, you know.
I love
And
it.
also, we will soon have our new website going up where people will be able to track it, right? Like
That's what I'm talking
right
about.
on the homepage. Yeah, so you can just go to the webpage. You can see how much was burned in the last 24 hours, how much was burned in the last week, you know, entire 7 days, how much was burned in total, right? So that's pretty cool as well. Something we're working on our new website. I think it will be pretty soon. The design is done. We just have to you know, get it on there, put some coding into there, you know, so all the data is automatically taken from the chain and so on. And it's probably going to be up pretty soon as well.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm gonna open the
Me
floor to.
too, man. I'm done with this website.
Hey, I know the next website gonna be lit, man. But I'm gonna open the floor to anybody that want to ask questions in the chat, man. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. While those questions come in, I got another question for you, Master Elmo, man. As far as marketing, are you guys gonna amp up the marketing? Where do you see your marketing going? Is it gonna be like, you got these coins that do billboards, you got others that do influencers, you got, Twitter marketing. What can we expect from the marketing aspect?
Well, if it's about billboards for five, no, actually less, man. I would think, but for $5,000, I can have billboards as well all around New York City, you
Right,
know.
right, right.
But what,
I'm
like,
not a fan of the billboard thing, but go ahead. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
in my opinion, it's a waste of money because how many
Exactly.
people actually see it, you know, like walking past and actually looking, oh, what is that, you know, Elmo burning or whatever, you know, they don't give a shit, right?
Exactly.
Especially if you're gonna have a billboard on Times Square, where is like 1,000 billboards displayed at once, and all those meme tokens, they have like a tiny little square somewhere in the top which nobody sees. I mean, people, they do it because they can tweet about it, you know, create a bit of hype, but does it really help? From my experience, not so much, man. I think that yeah. What do you want to say?
I was saying, I see y'all got Jake Gagan on board.
Oh, he's here. Oh, what?
Oh,
He's on the
the
he's
top
on the live
influencers.
stream.
That's my guy. You feel me? I was looking through the Twitter and I was like, oh yeah, I see they cover Elmo. So I was like, that's one of my guys in the
Yeah, yeah,
space, man.
yeah,
I love to see it, man. I love to see it. But
yeah. He did a video for us. Yeah,
definitely. I love, like, I'm not against marketing, man. I think that helped vote Eno a lot. I think marketing is huge in crypto space. Space, seeing influencers that
that's
actually
for sure, definitely.
multiple influencers that work with each other. They're always on stream with each other. Seeing them consistently talk about a project in unison like that, I think that plays a part. We do got a question here from Crypto Thorough. Says, where can we buy Elmo ERC in the United States?
Well, I mean, Uniswap would be the best place. I guess that United States doesn't have any limitations on decentralized wallets, right? You should be able, even if you have the what is it called, Coinbase wallet, you can buy it directly on the Coinbase wallet. There is a swap tool, and there you can just type Elmo, and it will show up. I think that the most US people, they use that, the Coinbase wallet. They like that one. It should show. I can check it, but I believe I've seen people buying it through Coinbase.
Okay. Damn,
It's the easiest.
that's crazy right there. I didn't know that. So is it
Yeah, no, on Coinbase wallet you can basically buy almost all the kind of. I think you have to be listed on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, but if you go to the swap tool on the or buy, I guess even you can type, you can choose, and there you can just type in, I want to change from Ethereum to Elmo. If I search here Elmo, let me see. Where
that's
is it? I cannot swap because I don't have money on Coinbase.
that's dope though. That's dope, man.
Yeah, well, you can do it. You can do it on Coinbase. You have to just add some Ethereum to it, and then click swap, and then search for Elmo.
Okay. Is it
Because Coinbase mostly only covers ERC. Actually, they don't cover BSC for the swaps
right.
so much.
So
Um,
that makes sense. Is it like if I
yeah.
was new on Uniswap, is there a specific slippage I have to use for the newbies?
No, I mean for buying, not really.
Okay.
Buying automatic works
Okay.
because we have zero bytex.
Okay.
But for selling, you need to put it a bit higher, right?
Okay. Okay. I think that's always been a good question. I know back in the day, I know a few people that used to follow my channel when I was covering the Elon GOAT token, and that was a big thing about which slippage to use. So I want to be sure that I asked that question while I had you here.
Yeah, I mean on Uniswap, auto slippage was fine for buying. Same for Coinbase. I think Coinbase, you're not even able to choose the slippage. It just kind of does auto slippage for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, But if you're planning to buy a big bag, then always do it in pieces, because there is always those sandwich bots out there, even on Elmo. When they can take a profit, the sandwich bots will be there. So whenever you want to buy a big amount, always buy it in pieces, like max 2 or 3 Ethereum at once. Not
Okay.
saying that anyone wants to, but I don't mind, right? I'm just saying that if you want to buy a big amount, always do it in pieces, because you're going to be sandwiched.
Okay. RMS
That's
said,
something we cannot do anything about, unfortunately.
y'all heard him now. Make sure you do your research. He keeping it all the way 100 up here on this AMA, man. I love it. RMS says, what's happening with the NFT staking?
Nothing is happening, man. It's in development.
Okay.
It's gonna be probably this week. Let me confirm with our developer.
Great questions, guys. Keep the questions rolling in. This is what an AMA is about. Master Elmo is a real one. You see, he don't got problem with answering no questions. I love it. This is what we want from the founders and developers and people that's behind these meme coins, man. We want transparency. So I'm loving it.
Wait, hang on. I'm just trying to figure out his NFT staking,
Nah,
but
do your thing. Do your thing.
my dude is a little bit mysterious right now, so I have to figure him out. What he's okay. He said this week, so okay, this week.
This week, RMS, to answer your question, Sorin
Yeah.
says Elmo needs massive burns. People will come after the massive burns. Frankinator says, do you have any plans to do another big burn, Elmo?
Yeah, I mean, the point about big burns is like our NFT staking will burn, right? Our NFT staking has a potential to burn like 4 to 5 million. Our staking V2 will give people the option as well to choose how much they want to burn from their rewards, right? So you can even choose to burn all your rewards to support the project even more. If you want to stake for long term, you can say, I want to burn all my earnings from it, right? If we are going to do a burn ourselves, no, not really, because the tokens which we have, the 40 something million, we're going to need those for, like I said, staking, NFT staking. But staking itself and NFT staking combined, they can easily burn about 15 to 20 million.
Wow. So
I mean, we could burn them right now, but we want to also kind of involve the investors and community inside the burn, right? It's also like it's creating an involvement in burning for the people, which I think is fun as well.
Okay. Does the NFT, like with the staking in Burnstar, does that actually help the project?
The NFT staking, if it helps the project, the
Like from
burn.
a well, I'm trying to, like I was asking you earlier, like the correlation between the NFTs. You said NFT staking. Is that something that helps the the project from a crypto standpoint, or is it just, are we separating the NFT, aspect of the project from the crypto aspect?
Right. So we kind of created the NFTs mainly for funding,
Okay, okay.
because
You
there's
answered my
things
question
that,
there.
yeah, and we connected entirely with the token. Like I said, with NFT staking, in return you get Elmo token, right? Staking V2, you get a boost on your APY in Elmo token. Burn portal, you'll be able to sell your NF token. So those NFTs are entirely connected with our token, right?
Okay.
And the idea is that people right now, they decide to put in zero point 0.3 Ethereum to support the project, but over the long time they'll get it back easily, in Elmo token. But if you sell it eventually, you have Ethereum, right?
Okay. Frankinator says, can we add funds to the pool to strengthen the coin?
No, I wouldn't add more, because if you would add more, then the problem is that too much liquidity is not good as well at this stage. Because if you're going to have too much liquidity right now, Uh, well, obviously you cannot dump as hard as sometimes it happens, but also you cannot pump that hard, right? So let's say we double our liquidity right now, it would take 2 times the amount of buys to get to the same price, right? That's kind of how liquidity works. So we are planning to add more, but not at this stage. We first want to put that coin, a bit higher, so like past 3, 4, 5 cents, and then we can decide to add more liquidity to protect that price and that floor a little bit more from dumps, right? But in this stage, it's still too early.
Oh, I feel that. I feel that. I like that you guys are, not, you see so many meme coins in the space. What they do is they overpromise and they underdeliver. But I like how you kind of like is, keeping everything at bay. This is what we plan on working on. This is what we plan on executing. So it doesn't seem like an overpromise. I think that's huge for the cryptocurrency project.
Well, I can say that we launch Elmo chain next year, right? But what does it
Right.
give us?
Right. Facts. 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 Uh,
Yeah, or I can say that I'm building an Elmo yacht right now for all the Elmo holders, but again, right? I don't like, and the team agrees, we don't like to say things that we are not sure about that we're able to deliver. That's just the point behind it.
Straight facts.
It's kind of like you see with Shibarium,
Yeah,
I'm pretty
man.
sure they will deliver, but how long is it taking, right? And it also it gave a little pump for Shib, but it's also hurting it a little bit right now in a way that people there are getting a little bit impatient, and I don't want people to become impatient.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And even like one of the projects I'm heavily invested in, like Elon, at least you guys got the guts to come out and speak to the community and really put yourself out there. So, anything can happen in crypto, but at least you guys are standing on your project with conviction and passion, man. And I love to see that from the people at the top. Marcos Delamonte says, when's Binance? when
Marco,
when's Binance, sir?
I don't know. Binance is coming any moment, guys.
Right?
I don't know, man.
Uh,
It's something you cannot. It's something you cannot. That's kind of what you see a lot on Twitter, right? Projects like when Binance, when this, when that, blah blah blah. But Binance is really like the holy grail. You cannot say that you're going to list on Binance because nobody has any idea if Binance will even want to list you. It's not, Binance is not like you're going to just fill out a listing form, you pay $1 million and you're going to be listed. It doesn't work like that with Binance. It doesn't work like that as well with KuCoin and with Coinbase and with some other bigger exchanges, right? You need to actually prove something. You need to actually have some you need to fulfill some requirements, right? And Binance, first of all, it's you need to have shit tons of volume. That's also why they listed Pepe, because the volume was just so insane that they saw an opportunity in it, right? um, but yeah, for fun, I did fill out a listing application on Binance. Why not? But
why
I knew it
not?
was.
Why
Yeah, why
not?
not, right? Maybe they'll come back one day. I did that with a lot of exchanges. Like I'm saying, we are a little bit in contact with some, but it's like I said before, right? You need that volume. You need a little bit to fulfill some requirements, and I also understand that those tier one exchanges, they do have such requirements, because it's a bit unfair. For example, for a project like Flocky, who has been grinding for for quite some time now, that it took them so long to get listed on Binance, and some other project comes which just exists, right? Didn't really deliver anything, and they're also going to be listed on Binance. So it would be a little bit unfair. It's kind of what happened with Pepe as well, but Pepe was a kind of a one timer, I'd say. The other big meme coins which launched during Pepe, they didn't get even close to Pepe, right?
Right. All right. Chat, keep the questions coming. Again, if you want your question to be front of the line, send a chat. You feel me? We get that question front of the line because I see y'all rolling in the questions. So start sending them chats so we can get your question front of the line. Justin Hayes says.
One thing I would like to say to the people who are listening.
Go ahead.
You need to really, guys, appreciate Crypto Millie. This guy is really amazing. The guy has been covering Elmo, and not because we paid him to do it, like most influencers. The guy just saw the project, he bought it back, and he just thought, I'm gonna cover this shit, and that's why you need to appreciate Crypto Millie, because you don't have a lot of influencers like that, man, and I appreciate you for that a lot. And actually, what I'm gonna do after this AMA, I'm gonna mint an NFT for you, man, and I'm gonna send it to you.
All right, man, appreciate that, good brother. Y'all heard it from the horse's mouth, man. He was spot on with that. Somebody just asked if I held some Elmo tokens. Yeah, I held some before I ever talked to Master Elmo. You feel me? It was just something, y'all know, if you've been watching my channel a while, I always cover hyper deflationary tokens. It's a few micro cap ones that I was looking into, and Elmo happened to be one of them. Another one that is very similar, and Master Elmo, I don't know if you've heard of this project, but it's eerily similar. A dollar squeeze is another so-called hyper deflationary meme coin. Very, very similar. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I mean, people.
They
probably
ask you about that all the time. Like, are y'all? Because they did.
No, man. I haven't. Honestly, I haven't heard about it. But it's the
whole
great,
be
right?
the first meme coin to reach $1 narrative. If you get where I'm going at.
Yeah, but I'm not really looking at that. If we are the first
that.
or not. I mean, it would be cool, right? It's like But on the other hand, I could now today launch a token, a meme coin, which could be worth 90 cents from the launch, and we can be the first with $1. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it is cool, but on the other hand, I could create a meme token right now, which is worth over $1, right? It all depends on the supply versus liquidity and so on. The question is if the team of that token will be able to, grind as hard as we, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm loving the transparency. Justin Hayes says, what's the time frame to work towards ticking the boxes to list it on a tier 1 exchange? From Justin Hayes.
Oh, I think he's from our community. Justin. Yeah, I know Justin. Yeah. He's gonna give me some difficult questions on here. Doesn't ask on the community, but brings it on live. Nah, man, it's hard to give you an exact timeline. Like I'm saying, we're working on. We are in touch with some, like I said, but we need to get up some volume. Like I said, Mexi is a possibility we are working on right now. We are also working on a partnership which will also include a tier 2 exchange listing in it as well. So then we will have 6 exchanges, and then we should see daily volume over. Yeah, we should see a daily volume over 1 million every day. So that's when the tier 1s, they will kind of start, being interested, right? They look at the chart obviously as well, and I think our chart looks pretty damn good. It doesn't look like any shit project or a rug pull or anything like it. And I think our chart looks good. I mean, the last maybe the last week was a little bit flat, but if you look at the chart from launch, it's probably the best looking meme coin chart you'll find.
Yeah, it held that that trend line for a good minute, man. It was just going up on that trend line, just riding it perfectly. I had it on my screen for a while because every time I covered it, that was one of my talking points on it. It just recently broke the trend line, but it's nothing bad, man. You feel me? I'm seeing still bullish momentum. I'm pretty sure if I was to make a fib on the chart on a daily, it would still be bullish because we're not too far under that trend line that we originally broke. So project still holding up. A lot of strength from this project.
I mean, it could dump, any moment. We have big holders, like I'm saying, but I mean, it really doesn't bother me, if even if it happened. I know a lot of people are in our community waiting for that 1 cent, to buy more, right? And I think, like we've seen, if you look at our chart, we've had some major dips where it went under 1 cent, but within 1 or 2 days, it broke an all-time high after that, And I think probably the same thing is going to happen at a certain point, where we might see a major dip because somebody big sold, right? Like 4 or 5 million at once, and you get a little dip, and you get a nice burn with it as well, obviously, right? It goes like $5 to $6K is going to be burned straight away. You'll see that probably will break, maybe not an all-time high, but we will break at least the highest price in the last week or something like that, because people are waiting to buy more. They want to buy more, but they want to buy it at a lower price.
Right. Yeah, man, and like you were saying earlier, we can celebrate sales with this cryptocurrency. We celebrate sales because every time it sells, it burns the token. Now we do have a controversial question here from Crypto Paul. He said, and he's docking the Elmo profile, so this must be somebody from your community, but very, very controversial question. He says, does the team think that someone is manipulating the price with some weird selling activity, stopping Elmo price from pumping back up? Basically suppression of the price.
No, I don't think we used to have some guys in there because we do track, those kind of weird behaviors in the trading patterns, because there is a guy that sometimes buys at the top and sells at the lowest point, and it's like a little bit weird trading pattern, losing money all the time. No, I don't think that somebody does it in that way to keep the price low. I just know that our biggest investor, he wants to get his initial out, which I totally respect. If you invest 100 Ethereum, I totally understand you want to get 100 Ethereum out and then let the rest of the bag just moon with it.
Right.
And that's what's been happening maybe in the past weeks. He's kind of like, selling at a certain point and kind of keeping the price in line, which is not a bad thing at all, because he could also say, I'm just going to sell 4 or 5 million at once, but he is doing it with respect, right? He's doing it 300K, 400K at once when the chart can take it. So it's not manipulation. It's just the big investor taking out his initial in a very respectful way. That's how I see it.
That's what's up. And again, for you, to be able to answer that question and be completely honest is wonderful, man. And yeah, and at least he's not just dumping it all. Like, he's showing some type of like care for the community and the project, because he ain't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I have contact with him, and he says that he likes the project a lot, and he doesn't want to hurt the chart like in a way that he would dump it 50%. He said that clearly to me, and he also said that he's trying to sell on the exchanges as well, but it's a little bit hard, right? It's not that easy. That's also another reason why having some more exchanges would be good, right? So if somebody like a big investor wants to unload his bag a little bit at a specific spot price and will be able to sell it, that will be good, right? Also for the project. Not to dump it on DEX, but to just sell it off to people on CEX.
Cool.
And MaxC would be good with that, probably, because their organic volume is much higher than any of the other exchanges we're listed on.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to that MaxC and other listings that we could possibly get in the near future. Now, I haven't been as active in the Telegram, but we have a question here from Rosario P. He says, in the Telegram channel, someone was robbed of, I believe, 4 million Elmos. How could this happen?
No, nobody was robbed. It was 600K, I think.
Okay.
Well, how can this happen?
No clue. I have no clue. You know what I'm saying?
No. It was 600. It was 600K. Wait, let me check. Oh, it was 600K. Well, how does that happen? It's when people connect their wallet to a malicious website.
You gotta connect to the right website. I preach that, man.
Yep. This specific person had multiple meme coins and was tricked with a fake scam group of a migration for ban v2. And this person connected the wallet, and once you do that, well, they can pull out everything they want, Yeah, it's really, there's also Elmo groups out there that do the same things, guys. Don't trust in any airdrops, don't trust in any migrations where you connect to wallet, because I think if a decent project has the money and they would do a migration, they would just airdrop your tokens. They would not let you connect your wallet to. I mean, it depends on the size of the project. Like Volt Ino, I think they told you to connect, but the amount of holders is so massive that doing an airdrop would be expensive as hell, right? So in that case, I understand. But if for example, a project that has up to 5,000 holders is doing a migration, they would do it with an airdrop, right? And not not with a connection of your wallet to any website. So never connect your wallet for migration unless you're 100% sure and you can confirm on the official Twitter account that this is the way to do it, right? And Telegram is the most nasty place out there.
Man,
There is
that's why you don't see me in it that often. Because people be
no.
wanting to create fake millies and shit. As soon as I created a Telegram, I had to put, I will never DM you because now I see a whole bunch of millies running around. So yeah, you got to
Exactly,
be
man.
safe in the entire
No,
cryptocurrency
Telegram,
space,
you have
man.
to be really careful, man. And it's even funny because sometimes when we are trending on Dex tools, then suddenly 7 people write to me, "Hey, dude, I got you trending on Dex tools. Do you want to continue? You'll have to pay me," And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
That is
7
wild.
guys asking the same thing. They're just trying to make people believe, that they do work for you, but they don't do shit. And they scam people like that. And I get many of those messages. That's why I'm saying, never connect your wallet if it never even click a link if somebody's just writing to you privately with some kind of weird message. And also, even in the group, even in the Elmo group, the official one, you always have to be careful before clicking links, because even there, sometimes scammers, they come through with their nasty links and
True.
stuff like that. So you
True.
just have to be careful.
DJ Trev, Market Talk with the 9.99. Appreciate that, good brother. He said so happy about this live stream. Definitely good to see you in the chat, man. Shout out to my boy DJ Trev. Make sure you guys go check out his YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yes.
He asks difficult questions, though.
He said he was hitting you with the question, the 1-2, man. We got one from Andy
Yeah.
Morgan. He says, would you prefer price increase or more burns?
At this point, more burns probably.
Let's go. Let's get that supply down even more, because when we do pump, it's gonna be amazing, man. It's gonna be parabolic.
Yeah, I mean the point is, right, the point is, if we're gonna pump, right, and we're gonna go to 10 cents now, the burn will naturally go down. The lower the price, the higher the burn. So at this stage, when we're not still yet in the bull run, I wouldn't mind the price to. I mean, obviously, I want the price to go up, right, like everyone. But I also don't mind if the price goes down a bit and we stay a little bit level. We go up a little bit, we go down a bit. You need that lower price and that volume for the burn. So I would say that I would prefer to see more burn at this stage.
Perfect, man.
I just don't hope that half of the people sell right now for me saying that. But
right, you know what I'm saying? Hey. Sub penny Elmoerc ERC, I don't think it would stay that long, man. Honestly, I think a lot of people, they wait and prey upon dips like this, man. They wait and prey upon
yeah,
them.
they do, man. They are saying all the time in the community they hope that the biggest holder will sell so they can load their bags.
Yeah, it's like it's like a double whammy, because you're getting a burn and you're getting a better price. It's like it's a win-win situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's Elmo, man. Exactly. That's Elmo.
So yeah, 10 cent is an easy 10x, man. From one penny to 10 cent, that's 10x, man.
Yeah, but still, people need to be always, they need to be patient, right? It's not like this that it happens overnight.
Definitely.
I don't like to bring people into, a dream world which doesn't exist, right? So I mean, it might happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen overnight. It can happen, technically it can happen, but you have to always stay a little bit realistic as well. That if you invest and you want to do a 10x, generally you need to hold,
Yeah.
Not like this that you get it overnight.
I think a lot of people, they miss out on their gains, man, because they see it go up and they're like, oh, I need to take profits here, and then it goes down because it dips. And then it flies back up afterwards, man. Crypto really plays with people's emotions, man. It really does.
Exactly.
It's based off a lot of emotion in the cryptocurrency space.
Yeah, that's why I decided to not invest anymore in other projects, man. It's too much emotion and too much filth as well, in all that projects which are especially on the DEX, There's so much shit projects out there.
So you're 100%, 110% Elmo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still do help out some other projects. I'm not 110%. I actually also hold in some other projects, but Elmo is my baby, in that way. Yeah.
That's what's up. So yeah, man. I ain't gonna hold you too long. I wanted to open up the chat for 15 minutes. For the chat to just pretty much ask their questions. I guess any closing statements, man. Anything you want to share with the community? Anything that we could possibly be looking for in the future? Drop a little nugget for Millie on the channel, man, and get us out there.
Yeah, I mean, Maxi was kind of like a nugget, because nobody knew about that yet. but we kind of just spoke about it today, and also like we're still working on that partnership with that company to get us actually onto a payment system where you can actually use Elmo to pay, online on some stores, and also like on vending machines and so on. So that's
Ooh,
something we're working on. Yeah, that's
ooh,
pretty big because that company is like a quite a young company, but they're already already Binance kind of supports them and has their eyes on them as well. So these kind of opportunities are big for us to be able to get on there. um, for the rest, I mean, we're doing what we're doing. The community knows what we're working on, right? Like I said, NFT staking, burn portal. Like I'm saying, we're building the team to start initiating the process of building that, first-person shooter, as we said, as we promised. Like I said, when we say something, we're gonna do it, right? And we're not just gonna leave it and just say, whatever. We're gonna say whatever, and we're not gonna do it, and we're gonna run away with your money. No, we're not that kind of people.
that's what's up. Is Elmo
Yeah,
is
so
Elmo gonna be like the main character in the first person shooter? Like, how does it work?
hell yeah, it's gonna be the badass.
I seen a couple memes with him holding them things. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Holding
we
them
are we are
things.
thinking. Yeah, we're actually thinking to kind of make it in a way that you can also buy different characters, and those other characters would be like kind of the other big meme tokens,
Right, right,
and
right.
kind of turn them into badass, like have a because the idea of the first person shooter is that people, they can basically buy everything like skins, characters, weapons, and they can buy that in the form of an NFT, either in probably in Ethereum, right? And we will also have competitions on there and so on and everything, right? So it's going to be really nice. People can win crypto, they can lose crypto, but it's a game, and we're gonna build it in a way that it's really gonna be fun to play. But the point is that the revenue we have from that game is mostly gonna be used again to pump Elmo, right? It's not the idea that we want to make money on this game for ourselves. We actually just want to pump Elmo with it. So you have talking about a big exchange listings maybe, but also about buybacks and burns.
True.
And obviously, having such a game also has maintenance, has some costs with it. You have to have a server and so on. You have to have a team ready to do updates and so on, right? But yeah, it's about creating something. I wouldn't say it's necessarily. Well, I think it is unique because we're going to involve, our own character in it, and we're going to involve some other meme communities in it as well. And it's all going to be on chain, so that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Everything's going to be connected and so on, and people will be able to buy NFTs on our store if they want to have an AK-47 with a Elmo print or whatever. They
I
can buy that
like.
on with Ethereum on our store, and then they connect their wallet when they're playing, and the game recognizes what the person holds, right, and what weapons it has and so on. So yeah, that's kind of the idea. But you need to understand that such things, they take time.
Yeah.
It's not a game. It's not a Mario 2D game. It's a real hardcore. Like
Mario.
3D Unreal Engine game. So it's gonna
Yeah.
take some time, obviously. But yeah, well, we're doing it, and we're gonna start doing it slowly. And I'm really excited for that one.
I,
And
I
if it's about, yeah, go on.
No, I was going to say, like, I like the fact that you guys are working those narratives, man. I think gaming is one of the most slept on narratives going into the next halving cycle, because as I always tell people, it gives people an opportunity to interact with cryptocurrency without
Yeah.
subconsciously interacting with it. So by people just showing up to play the game and not really having to consciously think about the crypto aspect, what does that do? Bring in mass adoption to not just your project, but cryptocurrency in general. So I love that, you've seen that, problem, and like, okay, it's not really a problem, but seeing that window of opportunity, like, okay, let's add a game to it. I think that's going to be huge for the project.
Yeah, and if the game will be successful, eventually you can implement Elmo as a way of buying things, and that will naturally pump the price, because people gonna buy Elmo to buy things for the game and so on. So that's big. You people basically buy your token of DEX because games run on DEX, right? They don't run on they run decentralized. They don't run centralized. So people will go out there. They want to, for example, buy a Game Pass. They have to first buy Elmo, right? And what happens when they buy Elmo? Well, then the price goes up. And once they buy the Game Pass, where does the Elmo go? Well, basically back to us, right? So it's a perfect scenario, you would say. You see things. Um, and we will not use those Elmo for self gain. We will actually burn it. We will
Yeah.
burn all the Elmo we would get from it. So it's a really a win-win for everybody.
That's what's up.
But yeah, closing statement you said. I was talking too much
closing
again,
statement.
man.
We can't give them all the sauce in one AMA, man. We gotta share something for the next one, man. So we're gonna go closing statement, man. Definitely appreciate you guys for allowing me to host this AMA, man. I appreciate that. And yeah, man, like we gotta keep this up, man. We gotta stay consistent and continue to work towards those goals and delivering for the community. I'm here for it.
Yep, and thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you really a lot,
No problem,
for
man.
having me as well. You didn't even ask for anything, you just kind of said, let's do it, and that's it. But anyway, I'm gonna give you something for it. Like I'm saying, I'm really gonna just mint an NFT for you, and I'm gonna get a rare one for you, and I'm gonna send you some Elmo as well, man, for you to hold and to
Let's do it.
yeah.
I'm here for
And
it, man.
everybody who's watching should also give this man, some appreciation, right? This guy is really amazing. Like I'm saying, there's not a lot of people like him out there. That's just, we need to appreciate the ones that deserve more.
Appreciate that, Master Elmo. Y'all guys, we're gonna see you on the next one. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'm out. All we ask is you like, subscribe, share this stream, man. That's all we ask, man. Appreciate everybody.